More like a whole lot of wow. So, you want to talk about the Grand Canyon? I've stood on the rim of that thing, looked down, and honestly, words just fall apart. It's like trying to describe the ocean to a goldfish. Vast, you say? Oh, it's more than vast. It's like nature took a carving knife the size of Texas and just went to town. First time I saw it, I swear I forgot how to breathe for a minute. You just don't grasp the scale of it until you're right there. Pictures, postcards, please. They're like showing you a thimbleful of seawater and calling it the Pacific. And the colors, reds, oranges, purples, all layered like some giant psychedelic birthday cake. You'd think your eyes were playing tricks on you, but nope, that's just the Grand Canyon strutting its stuff. Trust me, it's humbling. You realize real quick that humans, we're just little ants down here. Ants with a pretty impressive view, mind you, but ants nonetheless. Now, the Grand Canyon isn't just some pretty face. It's got history, see? And I'm not talking about the last Tuesday kind of history. I'm talking millions of years in the making. Geology nerds, get ready to geek out. The Colorado River, that sneaky devil. It's the one responsible for this whole shebang. Over eons, it carved its way through layer after layer of rock, like a sculptor with a very, very long attention span. I'm talking about rocks so old, they make dinosaurs look like yesterday's news. Limestone, sandstone, shale, all stacked up like a giant layer cake of time. You look at those layers, and you're basically looking back through millions of years of Earth's history. It's enough to make your head spin, but in a good way. Makes you realize how small we are, but also how connected we are to this big, messy, beautiful planet. All right, let's talk views. Because if you're going to the Grand Canyon and spending all your time staring at your phone, well, you're doing it wrong. This is a place to unplug, look up, and let your jaw drop. First off, you got your classic South Rim viewpoints. Mather Point, Yavapai Point, these are the big hitters. Easy to get to, always crowded, but for good reason. The views are, to put it mildly, gobsmacking. But don't be afraid to explore a bit. Hike down into the canyon for a different perspective, or head east along the rim for some solitude. There are hidden overlooks and secret trails just waiting to be discovered. My personal favorite? Lipan Point. It's a bit of a drive, but trust me, it's worth it. You get this incredible panoramic view of the whole canyon, and it's usually less crowded than the main viewpoints. Perfect for a little peace and quiet, and maybe a selfie or two, I'm not judging. Section 4. Did you know? Quirky critters and canyon capers. Now for you trivia buffs out there, here's a little something to impress your friends. Did you know the Grand Canyon is home to over 1,500 plant species? That's more than some entire countries. And the animals. Bighorn sheep, California condors, even the occasional mountain lion. Just remember, admire them from a distance. They're not as thrilled about selfies as some folks I know. Speaking of folks, you wouldn't believe some of the stories I've heard about tourists at the Grand Canyon. Like the time a guy tried to ride a mule down to the bottom with a pizza strapped to his back. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well. Then there was that couple who tried to elope by jumping off the rim in a hot air balloon. Only problem was, they forgot to pack enough fuel. They ended up stranded on a ledge for 3 days. Romantic, right? Point is, the Grand Canyon is full of surprises. Just try not to become one of the cautionary tales, all right? Section 5. Your Grand Canyon adventure awaits. So there you have it. The Grand Canyon, big, beautiful, and a little bit bonkers. It's a place that will make you laugh, make you think, and maybe even make you want to hug a rock. Don't worry, I won't judge. If you're looking for an adventure, look no further. Go ahead, book that trip. Just promise me you'll put down the phone once in a while and soak it all in. Trust me, your Instagram feed will thank you for it.